On the first day of Axemas, my true love walked with me. Welcome to 12 Days of Axemas.
Which you made up.
I made up. People have used it. There might be a movie called 12 Days of Axemas.
I'm not watching it.
I haven't heard of it. But if there is, I will find it eventually.
And I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
Nope.
In this segment, we watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, the classic horror Christmas movie.
I would not call that a classic.
Horror Christmas movie.
No. Seriously? The only thing classic about that was the toys. That's it.
Can you tell she liked it?
Yeah. Do I normally like these things? Not usually.
So, yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night. I guess I'll give a synopsis.
Yes,
For those
you
of
will.
you who haven't seen it, yes, there are people who haven't seen this movie.
That was me. I've never seen it till today.
This was her first time seeing it. Essentially, the film is about, starts off with a family, and it's Christmas time, and there is a run-in with a nefarious gentleman in a Santa Claus outfit who essentially kills the parents of two young boys, leaving them as orphans. They then end up in an orphanage, and, well, the trauma never really goes away.
They never handled it properly.
No, well, it's an orphanage, right? It's one of those, Mother Superior is she's the hard fist, essentially, get the ruler, get the belt, get, the books, whatever, all those punishments you know of from way back when.
Well, and this was in the 80s.
And this is an 80s film, right? So it has that 70s, 80s look and feel to it, obviously. And so, yes, there's a lot of punishment regarding Christmas. And the eldest of the two boys essentially gets drilled into him that Santa Claus is bad because of what happened to him when he was young. And that those who are bad should be punished.
And not just a little bit.
And not just a little bit. So, fast forward to he's now 18. And he gets a job at a toy store.
Which was the best part.
Which was kind of the best part. Honestly, it's worth watching this movie just to see the old toys.
Yeah, that was so cool. I love that.
So circumstances lead to eventually him deteriorating and losing his head and kind of going on a murderous killing spree where he must punish the naughty people. So, yes, classic slasher film.
No, don't say
Classic.
No.
And I'll tell you why after she tells you what she thought about the movie.
I didn't like it. Just like, okay, here's the thing about this movie. Normally, if I know we're gonna watch something, I Google it, I'll watch the trailer, I'll read everything about it, because I need to know what's going on, what's happening, because that's what I do. And this one, I didn't do it, because I was stupid, and, I should have done it. And I just oh my God, Rob, this was so bad. Because...
Elaborate. Without giving away too much.
No, I feel bad because a lot of people probably do really like it, and I don't want them to think that I think they're stupid or you like it, great, but not for me. I just well, first of all, I felt bad for him. I felt really bad for him, and I didn't find it scary at all.
No, it's not. Slasher movies aren't generally scary. They're about
Sometimes
the kills.
there's a little bit of scary,
but they're mostly
right?
about the kills.
And so I would have liked a little bit scary, but I felt bad for him. And I can't feel bad about the killer, right? Like I need to hate him, and I didn't hate him. And so that really bothered me.
No, to the point where you were almost sympathetic with him killing Mother Superior at the end.
like I could understand why he felt like that, because I felt so bad because what happened to him as a kid was so horrible, right? And I could see why this happened to him over this period of time, and I felt bad. Not that that excuses... I'm acting like this is real life. Not that that excuses what he does in the movie, but I had sympathy for him, which in a movie like this doesn't work for me. I need to hate the person.
Well, see, some of the best horror films and stuff like that are because you are sympathetic with the killer. It's not just all kills, because then it's just a regular, Friday the 13th. Kill the guy.
I know. It didn't do it for me.
No.
And then also it kind of ruined Christmas a little bit. Like, it did. Like,
ruined Christmas.
No, it kind of did. Like the whole Santa thing. Like I didn't know that was going to happen, which is why I wished I had looked that up before. But then it kind of ruined the Santa thing. Like, oh God, Santa's bad now, and like. Yes, I know this is a movie, but still, that bugs me.
It's a movie. Come on.
But it still bugs me. And, the Christmas spirit thing, the whole thing, I don't like it. No. And I will not watch it again. And now, there's how many sequels?
4 more.
That's just wrong. Who did this?
Now.
Tell them who did this. So I can be more mad. Because really, why?
It was directed by a guy named Charles Sellier, who is more of a producer than a director.
That's why I didn't like it then.
So much so that he actually didn't direct most of the kill scenes. It was actually, they were done by the editor, because Charles didn't like that kind of stuff.
Oh, I like him then.
So he's doing this horror Christmas movie, and because, you have to have these kills in it to make it, you got to sell it. He's a producer. He doesn't want to shoot those, so he gets his editor to do it.
But should an editor do that?
No, an editor usually is after the movie's already
shot,
I
get what an editor does. I'm just saying that doesn't really make much sense.
Well, it's a small amount of crew and stuff, whoever's available. Editors often ended up being some of the best directors because they understand how to tell a story, whereas sometimes directors don't. But I'm going to give you why this is classic.
Oh, God. And I'll say no.
This film was picketed.
Seriously.
When it came out.
Where?
Everywhere it came. It was.
Are you freaking kidding me? Really?
This is one of the biggest controversial movies because they didn't want to see a movie where Santa was a killer.
Wow.
Though, it's not the first movie to ever do that.
What's the first one? I shouldn't ask.
Tales from the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, no, I gotta look.
One of the segments in Tales, because it's an anthology, right? 1972, Tales from the Crypt. One of them had Killer Santa.
Yeah, but I would have liked that because I love Tales from the Crypt. I love it.
You like anthology things.
I do.
To protest the film, Siskel and Ebert, you know them, right?
Yes.
Everybody should know them, right?
Well, some people might be too young.
On their television show,
oh God, what'd they do?
They read out the credits. The credits we just watched. They read that out.
Why?
Because after every person they said, shame. And the next person, shame.
Oh my God.
So they read out the credits to this movie as a protest against it and said shame for everybody who was involved in making it. And that was the review.
I didn't like it, but I think that's a little uncalled for. But I guess back at the time...
But here is the kicker.
There's more?
This film came out the same weekend as Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, what?
And it beat it at the box office.
It did not.
It did. Until after the first weekend, because of all the protests, nobody went to see the movie after that, and it tanked.
Holy crap.
So in the first weekend of opening, against Nightmare on Elm Street, 2 horror movies, same weekend. One, everybody considers an ultimate classic.
I love that movie.
Loves the movie.
Yeah.
Beat
I own them all.
Beat it.
Wow.
at the box office.
That's really weird. Wow, I don't like that.
So that is why Silent Night, Deadly Night is a classic horror film.
But I that's really cool and all that, but I still would not call it a classic. I would just say that's what makes it important.
And that's what makes a classic.
Important.
Historically.
Important.
Anyways, I enjoy it. I think the kills are really good.
Oh, please.
Hey.
I don't even like gory stuff, right? Like, I don't like gory stuff. But really,
You like the beheading on the sled?
I did like that.
Yeah.
I did like
You
that.
did
Because
like that.
how cool is that? Oh, I sound horrible. How cool is that, though? You see somebody with no head going on a sledding, like, oh, come on. You don't see that. I don't want to see it in real life. But, you know, that was really neat.
Thought
I like that.
the glass from the guy going out the window was really well done, the way they
really
set that up, because often it's just people lying on the ground and glass around them, whatever, they're cut up and they're dead. No, this actually, they had the way they had done it, they actually made it look so that glass was impaling.
Yeah.
And back when this took place, that was,
Yeah, that was good too.
It was really well done. You probably didn't like it, but the antlers was a really well done.
Okay, I can see what you're talking about. Yeah, especially at that time.
Yeah.
To do something like that. Yeah, that was
very,
good.
very well done.
I didn't like it just because that's gross, right? But yeah.
Exactly. She turned away.
I also have to agree that it was good, especially at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is odd because a lot of the kills happen at the toy store, and those kind of were lame.
Yeah, and the parents, like the mom, I just was like, that's it. Like,
yeah.
I thought that was kind of...
You have to admit, when you have a certain budget, you can only spend so much, and at the same time, you also have to worry about the critics and the getting your rating, right? So you can't you film certain things hoping, oh, maybe I can just an added second, maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then they'll go, okay, you have to trim it back so you can't see this. Okay, fine. There wasn't really, like we watched in the unrated cut of the film.
Come on.
She didn't like the juxtaposition of the added in.
No, because it didn't make
scenes.
sense. Like,
but some of them did. Like some of them, you're like, well, why did they cut that out?
That one thing, yes, I agree. That should have been in there the first time, but it was so obvious, obvious, and they said it at the beginning of the movie, right? Like, you'll see blah blah blah. But I didn't expect it to be that obvious. Like, it was obvious.
Well, off topic, there are a lot of releases that have come out now with DVD and stuff like that where, because of the added footage, and you get an unrated, it's like you could watch the original theatrical, or here's the unrated cut if you want to watch it. But they literally say, like, just like this one, let it be known the footage that was added is in bad shape. Like it would just cost too much money to actually restore it and all that kind of stuff to any time. So they don't. They just add it in there. If you want to watch it, you can. You don't have to type thing. And some of them are really bad.
But this one, like I said, I actually really liked the look of it. I did. I thought it looked better.
It was probably from an old VHS or something like that,
but it looked like the time period, right? And that I really liked. Like,
actually, probably from an old film print.
If the whole thing was like that would
sort of like a grindhouse print of the film?
I would have really...
Probably should do that, right?
Good. Like it looked good. It didn't look bad.
If you can't get the old stuff to look like the new stuff, to make the new stuff look like the old stuff, right? The technology's there. It's not a problem. They could really easily do it.
But did that not bother you at all?
No. I mean...
Well, you've seen it.
I've seen it, yeah. I mean, and I knew what to expect type things, right? But I don't think it bothered me so much when I first saw it. Had I not had like that opening description of the film, and then I was just watching it, because I'm pretty sure. Well, not the first time I saw it. The first time I saw it would have been the theatrical cut, but when I probably had to review this movie a few times. I'm sure had I not had that, and had I not done any research or anything like that, and saw the movie and watched it as it was on DVD, I would have clearly gone, oh wow, the video in this is really bad. But it's intentionally like that. It's because this is what you're watching. You're watching a film that was, here's the original film, we've added in stuff that wasn't in it.
And that's what, like, do they have a Blu-ray of this yet or not yet?
Probably.
Because I think that's what should be on that, is like just the regular, and then if you want to see that.
Or, taking that added footage and, bringing it up, restoring that to the same level as everything else.
Or bringing everything else back
Or
to
down.
that.
Yeah, either way.
That was good.
Actually,
I
they
like
should
that.
have all of that. All of that should be on the Blu-ray. I'm pretty sure I don't have the Blu-ray.
You don't want it.
I do want it.
No, you don't.
But, so Silent Night, Deadly Night, the Christmas horror classic.
No!
We're getting
Oh my God,
one
no.
thumb up and...
Are we doing the thumb thing again?
Well, it's one thumb down. Siskel and Ebert, I just went with... Cause,
No, I do the thumb thing.
Okay, she does. What's she give? What do you give? How many thumbs?
I don't.
No thumbs.
I, like...
2 thumbs down.
No, maybe like a half a thumb.
Half a thumb
like
down? Half a thumb
like
up?
This, half a thumb. Because some parts were okay, right? But overall, like, is that something that, if, like, I wouldn't just put it on and watch it. I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
I would.
And you
But
did.
that's me. For me, it in terms of a film and quality, it's probably a 2.5 out of 5. Whoa, the tree just sneezed. Creepy. But yeah, in terms of being a classic, it gets bumped up to a 3.
No, see, I'm like out of
3
stars out of 5. I'm at like a 2. And I can't believe we have to watch the rest of these things. Because those are like, they can't be as good. They're never as good. And this is not good.
3.
You know what? I think I'm going to have to look up the next ones.
You're gonna give it away. It's kind of a surprise.
I don't like that.
The next one's a very much a direct sequel, though.
Yeah, it's that kid.
So you'll
I know
see.
it's that kid. That kid.
So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the 12 days of Axemas.
Day 1.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Till next time, take care. Have a good one.